Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe It's Got Greenlit, show where we discuss movies from our childhood, our nostalgia for watching them as kids, how they got made, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner. Joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
Why did you actually do it? I can't believe you actually did that.
You asked me to do it, and I did it, man. I'm dedicated to the show.
Right before we started actually doing the episode, we always do like a little microphone test. I was like, Nick, can you say something just to make sure you're not getting picked up on my end?
Yeah.
And he just went, "Hello, Nick Warner." As a joke, I was like, oh, you should do it for the show. And you did it.
You know, I've been doing a lot of audio tests for my new microphone, and
Clearly.
the one thing that I've been doing over and over is the intro. Just saying it over and over, and I just keep upping the speed of it. So
you're just basically.
So when you were like,
yourself.
"Oh, do the audio, do the audio test," and I was like, "Oh, great, I can do that." No
problem. I still have to. I want to memorize the intro so bad because remember, I pitched to you. I think it was with who do we have as our? We had an amazing guest for Zoom, and I'm just blanking on his name. Philip. I just woke up. Sorry, Philip.
Biggest fan of the show.
I was the only one that listens. So like, what the fuck? But when we had Philip on, I think I pitched a Freaky Friday episode where we switch roles. Yeah. I do the intro and do all the stupid stuff that you do. I have to
whoa.
Sorry, all the really impressive stuff that you do. I have to memorize the intro.
Yeah.
Because I don't know it, even though I've been there every time you say it.
Right.
And also all the stupid YouTube descriptions and every time you gotta put the log line on IMDb, I'm the guy that's doing that.
Right.
So okay, wait, hang on. Let me give it an attempt. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, pretend like we're just starting. Give me a 3, 2, 1 action.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
Hello. Oh wait, no. Wait, start again.
Oh my sweet lord.
Do it again.
Okay, do it again. Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, action.
Hi. Welcome to I quit. God damn it. Welcome to I Can't Believe It's Got Greenlit, a show where we discuss childhood movies from our childhood, our experiences at rewatching them as adults, how they were made, and how they hold up as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me, as always, Matthew Pelton.
Hi.
How'd I do? That was good, man.
That was,
I don't know why you're laughing.
I think we're over 60 episodes at this point. I think I'll give you a D+.
Okay, listen, it's a pass. I don't care. That's technically not an F. I'll take it.
It's like a 65.
It's a 60. It's more than 50.
That's true.
I feel bad. So many times I'll meet people, especially, and it's the worst because I'll be on a date. It's always so bad. Because it's such a red flag, the guy that has a podcast.
Right, and a movie podcast nonetheless.
And a movie, and I have 2.
Yeah.
Because there's also director and development. Dude, it's the worst thing ever to talk about. So I'll be on a date, and somehow it comes up. They've seen it on my Instagram or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I have a podcast. I'm like, what's it about? And I'm like, fuck, I need Nick.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't know that intro.
Well, it's funny too, because when people ask me and I try and describe it, I will just say the intro, and it sounds rehearsed. But then I'm like, I try and make it sound nonchalant and it was just rolling off the dome.
There's no way that
and
works.
I'm like, oh yeah, so we every week we cover movies from our childhood, and we go over the production notes to see how they were made, and then we kind of see if they hold up when rewatching them as adults, and they're like, whoa.
Wow. So yours is impressive.
Yeah, you gotta do it
they're like, what's your show about? I'm like, welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit. They're like, what is happening?
You just do the whole show.
Yeah, and I never get a second date.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. I think they're just starstruck.
Right.
That's my theory. They're like, wow, Sharkboy Lava Girl got 6K. Whoa. I'm like, yeah, the most
views
recent one got,
that is
11. Woo.
But yes, it's a great show. I'm having so much fun with it. We're over 60 episodes at this point.
Yeah, that's too
many.
Which
is insane to think about, because also multiple of the episodes go over an hour. So it's not just 60 hours of us talking. It's probably closer to 80.
That's too many.
Tally it up.
I remember when we first made this show, I think one of the things you said to me, even if the show never gets popular, which is more than likely, well, it's fun to have for our kids down the road.
Yeah.
Hey, it's us in college and we talk about life updates and stuff and movies from our youth. Okay, dude, if we're being honest, there's too many episodes for our kids to sit through.
So when I said that, I was expecting the show to last the length of college and us have 40 episodes.
Max.
30 at most.
At most.
And we agreed that we would do 100. So
why did we do that?
I don't know. I feel like just the actual insights for our children are just like decreasingly interesting. Like
well, okay, if your dad had a podcast that had over 100 episodes and they're each 2 hours, fuck no.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, I expect our kids to be like, hey, I gave up after Wallace and Gromit. Like, sorry.
You think they'll get that far? I think my kids
I gave up after summer
Hop.
Sessions. Yeah, they don't even make that.
Oh, what? I referenced the Greenlit Awards. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You didn't watch? This is the whole reason why we made the show.
It was just for you. Little
wolf.
No,
we don't care. We don't care at all.
I want to put out there for the public because I have said this for many, many years, almost a decade of my life, that I want to name my future son Wolf. His name will be Wolf Pelton.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, to this day, the day I meet a woman who agrees to this, I will marry her.
Yes.
Now, fun story for you, Nicholas, is I was on a date not that long ago, and this got brought up. I don't remember why. I think actually we were doing your thing. So okay,
I'm
exposing Nick's playbook.
You need to give way more context.
All right, guys, here's Nick's moves on how to pick up chicks.
Yeah,
so,
right.
A couple of years ago, remember there was a New York Times article or something like that. It was 36 questions to fall in love.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, and Nick was like, hey, I did this with Maddie, and we've been dating for years. You should try it.
Yeah.
And I've always kept it in my back pocket. I'm like, one day I'm going to whip this out and use it. And I never did. So finally on this date, I'm like, I'm going to fucking use that thing. So
okay, can I pause you right there?
Yeah.
I did this months after I knew Maddie.
Oh, I did it on a first date.
That's why I had to give that caveat. So people don't think that I'm just showing up to dates and I'm like, you have to answer these 36 questions for me to find my perfect woman. That's not.
Wait, I thought you did it on the first date.
Absolutely not.
Well, I wouldn't have done it.
No.
Because it didn't go very well.
Exactly.
God damn it.
We knew each other at that point. So we were just oh, let's see if these unlock more things about you. We were also stuck in 11 hours of traffic because we were on our way from Florida back to Pennsylvania. So we're it'll kill time too.
Oh,
it's not.
I wish you told me that.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Kind of ruined my first date, fucker.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You probably did. I think you just sent me the link and I just shut out everything else you said.
Yeah.
I was like, this will work. So I'm on the first date. We're sitting in my Mini Cooper and we start playing this. And I will say, most of it went pretty well.
Yeah.
Because you do talk about things you probably wouldn't on a first date. So you're like, whoa, this is cool. And then a magical moment happened. Because I think one of the questions was something about kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I said what I just said to you. I'm like, if I ever have a kid, I want to name him Wolf. The day I find a woman who agrees, I'm marrying that woman. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I wouldn't mind naming my kid Wolf. And I was like,
oh. And you pulled out a ring.
I immediately.
It was a ring that had an adjustable size. So you were you put it on. She was like, oh, it's too big. Why'd you, who's it? And you adjusted it. You're like, no, it's for you.
No, it's just for you. I did that middle school thing. You get a ring pop and you're like, it's a placeholder. I'll get you a real one.
Mm-hmm.
So she said that and I was so blown away. I'm like, oh my God, Wolf is real now. He's a tangible being.
He's on his way.
And then you know what happened? Never heard from her again.
Oh.
Womp womp. Dude, it was heartbreaking.
I wonder if it was the Wolf idea and she was just going along with it, or if it was the fact that you pulled out 36 questions on the first date.
In my car.
In your car.
Okay, we were driving. We were just sitting in my car. She probably thought I was a fucking freak.
Oh, you trapped her in the car.
Yeah, I locked it so she couldn't get out. No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, real
state I didn't do that. I thought it was smooth. But there's a couple questions. There's a couple that do not work on a first date. I remember being like, how the fuck did Nick do this? Because one of them's name your 5 favorite things about your partner. And I'm like, we just met 2 hours ago.
Right, exactly why it worked.
Yeah, no shit. You're not supposed to do that.
Because then we went into like these deep, elaborate things where like we've gotten to know each other over these past like couple months, and like now we have actual things to like say to each other.
Whoops.
But at that point, we like hadn't been like super deep about it, and then that was like the chance that we got. But it wasn't like, hey, nice to meet you. Name 5 things you love about
like,
my
tell me about
life.
your dead grandfather.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. She's trapped in my Mini Cooper, being like, yeah, I'll name my kid Wolf. Like, just get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'll name him whatever you want. I'll name him Horse. Okay.
So 2 things. 1, I failed the first date and I blame Nick. But 2 is, anyone listening, if you want to name your kid Wolf, I have an Instagram.
Yeah, men and women, open to all.
Listen, if you want to adopt a kid named Wolf, I'm game.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever. So Little Wolf, when you're listening to this years from now, because we're making these for our kids, just know your mom probably isn't the girl I trapped in my Mini Cooper. It's probably someone
and also
else.
your name is probably James.
It's most definitely not Wolf. You know, what if, I'm going to name my kid Nicholas.
What a beautiful name.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy.
Okay, let's get to the topic at hand now. We've been talking too much. We're not here to talk about first dates, as much as we would love to turn this podcast into a podcast about first dates.
It's close to Valentine's Day, in my defense. You have a bunch of hearts and shit on your wall.
Very true. But we are a movie podcast, and we are here to talk about a movie from 2009. A little movie called Monsters vs. Aliens. Now, this movie was chosen by our wonderful host, Matthew Pelton. Yes. Now, hit me with some childhood stories. Why did you pick this? Did you just pick it from the list? Was it one that you remember seeing? What's your nostalgia here?
This is a strange one. And I think we actually just did an episode that was it was like the Percy Jackson effect. I'm coining it. The Percy Jackson effect trademark.
Okay.
Where I see a movie on the list. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a big one from my youth. I remember Bob, the blue slime. I remember the tall woman. Let's fucking go. And then I watch it, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember a single thing about this. So I don't even know if I've seen it. I'm sure I did, or maybe I just have it on like DVD. I don't know what's going on.
Way too often. I feel like I feel like the Percy Jackson effect gets updated with a new movie like every few episodes because it just keeps happening. It keeps happening. Oh, it's the Percy Jackson, and then like in 2 episodes from now, you'll be like, the Monsters vs. Aliens effect. I never saw it.
I don't remember. I could have sworn I know the blue slime guy though.
Yeah, Bob.
So I don't know if that was just from like living as a kid in that time.
He was definitely used as marketing material.
100%.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a lost memory.
And similarly, again, Percy Jackson effect taking on full effect. I maybe watched this once, but I do have a lot of nostalgia behind it. You picked it. I have more nostalgia.
Shocker.
Yes, I think I only watched it once at home, like probably on DVD or possibly on like cable or something. But what I do remember more than the movie itself is the McDonald's toys. Do you remember? Did you ever get these? Because I think that's also why I know a lot of the characters so much. It's like I remember watching the movie, but I remember getting the McDonald's toys. Like I think I got like most of them.
Yeah, that might be why I know this.
Yeah, because you have all like the creatures as the little toys.
Oh my god, I do know this.
Yeah.
This might be why I thought I knew this movie. What if I was just like a fat kid that went to McDonald's and never watched the movie?
This entire show is based on just our trips to McDonald's.
We actually didn't watch any of these.
I remember those a lot, and then I was like, oh, maybe my nostalgia is just around the McDonald's toys. And then when I rewatched it, I remembered a lot more of the bits, a lot more of the dialogue, a lot more of like the character movement, a lot more of the movie in general than I initially thought I was going to. Like I was like, oh yeah, Monsters vs. Aliens, that was a movie from my childhood, but I was like, it's not like B-movie status where I was like, I know I'm gonna remember, or Open Season or Percy Jackson where I was like, I'm gonna remember everything about it. It was just one of those where I was like, I remember watching it. It was like Ice Age where I was like, I remember watching it, but I don't really remember exactly what happens in it. I just remember like certain vignettes and characters or whatever. But then rewatching, I was like, oh right, like this happens and like it kind of all came back as I watched it.
So it's literally the Percy Jackson effect, trademark.
Exactly. Yeah.
A new caveat.
I'm sure 5 other names. Yeah.
Well, it's probably happened almost every episode. But the Percy Jackson effect is I pick it because I think I've seen it. I have no memory of it. And then Nick always has way more nostalgia behind it than I do. Yeah. You had a whole fucking day at your school for Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I need to. Oh man, I need to figure out if they still do that. I didn't last time.
Actually, because for those who don't know, we made like that clip, like one of our little social media clips, like Nick talking about Percy Jackson.
Are you talking about the comments on it?
Yes, dude. If you go to the comments, there are so many people like, "Where's the school? I will pack up and move right now." And then there was one comment that I'm like, "What do I do with this?" Because the guy was like, legitimately like, please just tell me what state this is even in. I don't want to know your address. Just tell me the state. I'm like, I can't like get that out.
Also, like, what if we just said like Texas? Like, would that?
Good luck.
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do with that information? Just like somewhere in Texas.
He got exposed because if he's a real fan of the show, I think we've said where we live multiple times.
Yeah, like probably even our addresses at some point.
Yeah, probably. We probably didn't cut it. We don't really.
If not, like
these.
At least the town. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've definitely said the town.
Yeah.
Because I've had to move.
Right. So
there's too many women at my
jokes
door.
on him.
I'll name my kid Wolf. I'll do it.
yeah, right.
Please.
But no, jokes on him for just watching YouTube shorts. Yeah,
come
on now. Especially those.
Thank you for commenting, though. I appreciate
it. You do it. Yeah. Please keep commenting.
Please. Share, like, and subscribe.
Okay, going into production. This film was directed by a guy by the name of Conrad Vernon. Now, this guy directed quite a few things. He directed Shrek 2, Madagascar 3, both animated Addams Family movies, Sausage Party, and the upcoming Shrek 5.
Oh, he's back. They got Conrad back. He's a big get nowadays.
Yeah. He also did a lot of voices for DreamWorks movies, including the Gingerbread Man in Shrek. So the famous Gingerbread Man. Yep.
So he's a big Greenlit guy. He's just kind of like new.
Exactly. He was one of the co-directors. The other co-director is Rob Letterman, who's the director of Shark Tale.
Hey, he's back.
Gulliver's Travels, Goosebumps, Detective Pikachu, and was the producer of the initial animation test for the first Shrek movie, if you remember that conversation.
Yes, actually I do.
Yeah.
That's very rare I remember Greenlit, but I do.
Very strange clip. He was the producer for that animation test.
And they didn't hire him for the rest of the movie?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I would either, to be honest. Also, like, he directed Goosebumps? Like the Jack Black one?
Yes.
Okay. It happened naturally, so I'm going to segue. Speaking of date stories.
Oh, great. You dated Jack Black for 10 years.
11. No, I actually got stood up on a Goosebumps date.
What?
Yeah, I did.
A Goosebumps date, like that's like a normal.
Yeah, that's a very common thing. I don't know why you're making these jokes.
Yeah. You know, like a dinner date, movie date,
Goosebumps date. The 36 questions first date.
Yeah, right.
That's a great way to do it. No, it was like high school, and I was like, hey, we should go see a movie. And I was like, Goosebumps is playing. Want to go to Goosebumps date? And she was like, fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. And then at the time, I went to a boarding school, so it was hard to get to the theater. Like, I had to really pull off a lot to do it. Mm-hmm. And I was broke, so I had to save up for like 2 movie tickets, popcorn, the whole thing.
Right.
And I get to the theater, and I'm just waiting outside for like 40 minutes, and she never showed up.
Oh.
She never texted, nothing. I just watched
Never
Goosebumps
texted?
by myself in the theater.
Oh my God. So what happened after that? Like, did you ever have the conversation?
I think like whenever she, like, it was over the weekend, so on Monday, I'm sure when I saw her, I must have said something, but I don't remember. I just remember like being heartbroken. It was just me and Jack Black and a tub of popcorn in the theater watching this like kind of shitty Goosebumps movie.
Now, did this start the popcorn bucket collection?
No.
Were you already into it, or was it pre that whole thing?
When did the first Goosebumps movie come out? Because my first popcorn tin was Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Because I didn't know they existed, and I was pumped. Because it was like my first real Star Wars movie.
Which was 2015, correct?
I think so.
The Goosebumps film came out in 2015.
So it did start. I wonder if they have one. We should find it.
I'm so curious if... Wait, hang on. If
Goosebumps had a popcorn tin? There's
Goosebumps
no
movie
way.
Release date is October 16th.
Oh, Star Wars
2015.
was December, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe this was the reason why it started, like, subconsciously.
Dude, I was traumatized. I was just crying with me and Jack Black.
Yeah. No, so, okay, here's my theory. You went to the movie, you saw it, you had this popcorn, possibly in a tin, possibly just, like, normal,
possibly,
whatever.
Who knows?
And maybe you got rid of it. But my theory is that you were like, I want to forget about this movie. And then when Star Wars came around, you were like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this movie. And I didn't get stood up on a date. So I'm gonna keep this collectible as like a token of like this really good experience I had. And like that was the reason for it starting, and then it just continued on to this day.
You know what? I've never been stood up at a movie date ever again.
Well, there you go.
It's because of the popcorn tins.
I have some pretty rough movie date stories for another day.
It's so bad. Okay, wait, one more. Fuck it, one more.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about popcorn tins.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
For those who don't know what my apartment looks like, it's like a little kid decorated it. So we have a closet full of popcorn tins.
I'm so excited to see this, by the way. As we're recording this, I'm seeing Pelton in less than a week.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to see this closet.
Dude, it's insane. And there's so many little things in this apartment that I love. So we have a popcorn tin closet. And it's like it's meant for like toiletries and like cleaning supplies. And we're like, fuck that.
Where do the toiletries and cleaning supplies go, though?
In the trash. I need my Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves popcorn bucket on display, okay? So we have a whole tin collection. And then, if you come to my bedroom, we have a little, like, storage closet with, like, our suitcases in it.
Right.
And that has now become a cereal closet.
Yes, that I've seen at least a photo of.
Yes, and it's expanded since you've seen it.
Oh, exciting.
So all the walls are just covered with cut-out cereal box covers.
Which, for those listening who don't know, Pelton and I were roommates in college. And, well, if you're listening, you probably should know that. But this also was a thing when we were in college. He had his wall
cereal wall.
And it has just continues on.
Now it's a cereal room. It's just kept growing and growing.
Also, as a side note, I think just for merit purposes, we should totally do a movie night at your apartment with popcorn.
Oh, that's for sure happening.
Okay, good.
Anytime we have guests come over, we're like, all right, pick your tins. We got popcorn. Let's go. We also just got like a beautiful brand new 4K TV.
Oh, amazing.
So dude, we're going to fucking light it up. But we have the cereal storage room, no longer a cereal wall. And on the back of my door, I have like one of those mirrors that has like the hooks and you can put it on the top of your door and it like dangles. And instead of just a normal white frame, I hot glued like almost 1,000 pieces of Fruit Loops on it. And it's become the Fruit Loops mirror.
What?
And then I shellacked it, so it's not just like
I think
food.
I think I did know about this.
Yeah, you'll see
it. This is insane.
And check this out. You ready? In honor of great date stories, I had a woman come over for a date. It was like a little movie night, and I gave her a tour. I was like, here's our popcorn tins, here's the cereal closet, here's the Fruit Loops mirror.
Okay.
And do you want to guess what happened?
Don't tell me she just ghosted you.
I never heard from her again.
Oh my God. There's a common through point here. There's a common thread.
I'm not sure what it is quite yet, but I'm gonna figure it out.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. I think maybe show them the cereal storage unit on like the fourth or fifth.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not the first.
Gonna meet at like a mutual location first, outside of your car, outside of your apartment, and then
during the day,
no
like
questions
like
about
a park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No 36 questions. I can't talk about cereal. I can't talk about popcorn.
No podcast talk.
No movies. No Quaywood.
No Quaywood.
Just don't say anything. Just be like, how's your day? And then just shut the fuck up.
Just talk about grad school and like that's it.
You know, most people's advice is like, just be yourself, man. I feel like for this, it's like, do not do that. You are a freak. Save that for later.
No.
Don't do it in the front.
No, if they don't accept you for who you are.
Hey man, dude, when I introduce myself, I always say I want to name my son Wolf. I have a cereal closet, and I love popcorn tins. Let's fucking bang.
Oh,
that's my exact intro.
That's how you ended.
That's how I introduce myself, man. We'll be in a public setting. I don't care.
No wonder why they're ghosting.
No, it's good. One of these days. That's
the okay.
It's
Anyways, this film was edited by two people, Erica Dapkowitz and Joyce
Byers.
Joyce Arastia. Joyce Arastia. So Erica was the editor of Puss in Boots and Flushed Away, a Greenlit episode.
Look at big Greenlit people on this.
Exactly. And Joyce has been in the editorial department, not specifically like the lead animator, but in the editorial department for a ton of animated films, including, but not limited to, Zootopia 2, more recently, Bee Movie, The Emoji Movie, Jungle Book 2, and Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. Yes,
those are
like all of the Disney like legacy films in animation, the like Renaissance films. They have a bunch of sequels, and they're like the direct-to-DVD.
Oh.
I think it was Disney Tunes. I feel like we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
And that studio no longer exists. But those are like the direct-to-VHS, direct-to-DVD sequels. So she was in the editorial department for that.
Because didn't you once like watch all of these?
I've seen a good majority of them, yes.
Yeah, I have a weird memory of when we lived together, walking into your room, and you were like in a hoodie under 6 blankets. And you're like, I'm watching Hunchback 2. And I'm like, what are you doing?
No. You must be referring to when, before I started on the college program, I rewatched all of the traditional, the mainline Disney animated films.
Oh, it wasn't
not
all
the
the direct stuff. Okay.
Right. But yes, I did, because there were, at that point, I think Wish had just come out, and it was like just before, or maybe it was like just before it came out. And I was when I was going to work for Disney, and I was like, I want to watch all the Disney animated films, so I like have a baseline knowledge of like all the characters and all this stuff. So I rewatched from like Snow White all the way up to whatever was the most recent, all the way through, and there were 60 of them.
Wish.
Well, not in prep for Wish, prep for me going down to work for Disney.
Oh, okay, that's fair. But mostly for Wish.
Wish is interesting. It's so interesting that they still do the Asha meet and greet here. The main character from Wish. Yeah.
How? Okay, I actually never watched Wish. I know it's off topic, but how was Wish? Like quick little
villain,
review.
Miserably terrible.
Oh.
Main character, fine. There were some decent songs in there. Like there were some actually some pretty good songs. Overall story felt pretty bland, pretty predictable, but not in like a, hey, Tangled is like this story that we've heard 1,000 times, but it's actually really good. Like it's well made. It's like like ChatGPT wrote this.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then like the villain is just like horrible. Like he's forgettable. Just like terrible.
Generic
the
villain.
Music that he has is really bad. Like it was very disappointing. I was very sad about it. Like, and I tried so hard to be like, hey, it was great, and like the animation was really good and all this stuff. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I was kind of like really disappointed by it.
Damn, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because weren't they marketing it as like the big like Disney anniversary movie?
Yep.
Like,
it
we're
was the
back.
60th anniversary. They were like, we're going back to like the roots of like what is a fairy tale, like princess story and all this stuff. And then it just felt like exactly that of like they were trying to do that, but it just didn't stick the landing at all.
Damn.
Which was very sad. Yeah.
Well, do you want to know my only connection to Wish?
Okay.
Is they had a popcorn tin for it.
Was it the star?
It was the big star, and it was like light up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nope. And I never got it.
Yeah, there you go. And you never saw the movie.
Like, to this day, you could still go to, like, Cinemark's clearance section, and they still have, like, Wish popcorn bucket listed. I'm like, oh, no.
So music for this film was done by a guy named Henry Jackman. Now, does he sound familiar?
Well, he sounds like the guy who plays Wolverine.
Yeah. He should, because the last time we talked about him, you mentioned that exact same thing.
Did I really? I made that exact joke? Fuck. Okay, that predictable.
So this is he does the composing for this film, and this was his first feature film.
Okay.
Pretty cool. But he went on to have this incredible career. He did Winnie the Pooh. He did X-Men First Class, which is kind of ironic. He did Puss in Boots, also in the same year of this movie. He did Wreck-It Ralph. He did Captain Phillips. He did Turbo.
Hey.
He did Big Hero 6. He did Captain America and the Winter Soldier. He did the first Kingsman movie.
Excellent.
The Interview, Captain America Civil War.
Let's
he did Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. He did Kong Skull Island. He did Detective Pikachu, and many, many, many more. He is a wonderful composer. But this was his first feature film. Was Monsters vs. Aliens.
He has his little toes in almost every franchise. This guy.
Everything.
Yeah, he's all over the place. I like this guy.
It's awesome. It's crazy that he did Civil War. And like that is such an iconic score to me, and he started with Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's so cool that he just like scaled that quickly.
Well, also
like it's only 7 years later.
It's weird that this came out and we were the age for this, and then when Civil War came out, we were like the perfect age for that.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've just kind of followed
progressed
this guy.
with him.
Yeah, we did. This is like our main Greenlit guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
No, you're fine. You're good.
Because we're sitting here covering Monsters vs. Aliens, and we've covered fucking trash on the show. If it's about childhood movies and nostalgia, I know we had the Star Wars conversation of like, what is there left to say? It's kind of a tough one.
Sure.
But how have we not done like Avengers? And why can't we? Can that be my next pick? I'm picking
yeah, we
Avengers.
totally could.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I think we could totally do Avengers. I feel like Iron Man, like we could do all those early. Like
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I feel like Phase 1 Marvel is where we can land. I don't know about like past that.
Okay, wait a minute. Because if I'm remembering correctly, I think Age of Ultron was what, like 2015, 2014?
Okay.
15?
Then we can go Phase 2.
Phase 2 could be included.
Yeah. Phase 2.
Phase 3, fair enough.
Yeah, Phase 3, no.
That was like high school, we were a little older, or whatever.
I would say Phase 1, Phase 2, we could definitely include.
Because dude, I'm picking Age of Ultron. You have no choice.
No, I would actually be down for that one. I feel like of that body of work, I feel like Age of Ultron is the perfect choice.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like that is.
I think that's the one. There's the most to talk about with that one.
1,000%. That's why I think it's the best choice. Yeah.
Yeah, because spoiler alert for that episode, and when it comes out, you should go watch it. It's gonna fucking rock. But I think Age of Ultron gets a very bad rap.
Yes.
For unfair reasons, and I won't get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a lot to say about that movie,
especially when comparing it to modern Marvel.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think that movie just gets better with age, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think
agree.
It's like a fine wine, Age of Ultron.
I completely agree.
Just forget who wrote and directed it.
Right, yeah, no, definitely that's going to be an interesting conversation.
We don't worry about that.
Back to Monsters vs. Aliens. I am so interested to see your guess on budget and gross for this film. Because it's animation, but it's Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah. Okay, it's weird because once again, just like Museum, the cast is kind of stacked. Mm-hmm. It's also Rainn Wilson, which I'm like isn't as big a name, but it's during The Office time. Mm-hmm. So that is a big name. So I'm like, oh, this is a tough one. But also, I took a note of this, because once again, I took notes because I fucking rock.
Hell yeah.
But a lot of the movie, especially in the first third, kind of looks like a higher budget, like Hoodwinked.
Yes.
Like the animation doesn't look great.
I was going to say it reminded me a lot of Megamind.
A lot.
Like almost too much.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy. It's like you could tell. Okay, well, again, we'll get to it. So animation is like fine, but the cast is stacked. I'm not gonna say it's $100 million. There's no way. I'm gonna say $87 million.
No way.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it was double. $175 million.
Fuck you. You're such a dick. I've never gotten it.
No, yes you have. Yes, you have. You got it like a few episodes ago. I think you like nailed it.
Oh,
I think it was the Zoom episode. You got it on, like spot on. I think it was like a recent episode. But yeah, no, $175 million.
What the fuck?
Now for reference, Frozen 2, which I think at that time was like one of the highest budgets for animation, and it was 2019, so like Disney had the money to do it, was like 250. This was $175 million.
Boy, what the fuck? Where did it go?
No idea. I have literally no idea.
I mean, to be fair, the cast is big.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that big.
It seems like the two movies that came out before this were Madagascar 2, and before that was Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, two big ones.
Two big ones, and their budgets increased slowly over time. So Kung Fu Panda was 130, and then Madagascar was 150.
So they're feeling confident.
And yeah, it seems like, because obviously Kung Fu Panda was like a mega hit.
Yeah.
And then Madagascar 2, I think, was also a mega hit. Because like...
Yeah, because there's like a third and fourth one.
Right. So...
Okay. Now knowing that the budget was insane,
mm-hmm.
the box office couldn't have been. Because as far as I know, they've never made a sequel. As far as I know. There's a big asterisk next to that.
I'm pretty sure they did not.
I think it's like a Megamind thing where everyone's like, why didn't it happen?
Well, and then Megamind has it, but it like came out like this past year.
Yeah. It
was like 2 years ago.
Last year or something. So they thought it would be Kung Fu Panda level, and it wasn't. And if the budget was like $170 million, which is crazy, I'm going to say it made $170 million.
It made $381 million.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Which, if you're doing the math, is like hardly breaking even.
Yeah, because usually, for those who don't know, take the budget, times it by 2 for marketing purposes, and that's almost usually the number they actually spend.
Right. So, and they were like,
great.
Yeah, and then again, after Kung Fu Panda and Madagascar, they were like, all right, I guess we have our two staples. And
whoops.
there you go.
So you could argue probably made money.
Yeah.
but not a ton.
Right. And then also you got to think about, remember, ages ago when we were discussing the DreamWorks intro, the new intro, Monsters vs. Aliens is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
So
I didn't realize that was DreamWorks, to be fair.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
It's like the black sheep of the DreamWorks family.
Right.
Though, because me and Nick alone probably spent millions on the McDonald's toys.
Oh, 1,000%.
That probably
of our parents' money.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about that.
That's fine. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Mom. And Dad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad. Fuck
you. Some more production notes. The film started as an adaptation of a horror comic book, Rex Havoc, in which a monster hunter, Rex, and his team of experts, called Ass Kickers of the Fantastic, fight against ghouls, ghosts, and other creatures. The earliest development goes back to 2002 when DreamWorks first filed for a Rex Havoc trademark. In a plot synopsis revealed in 2005, Rex was to assemble a team of monsters, including Ick, Dr. Cockroach, and the 50,000-pound woman, and Insectosaurus.
Oh, there you go.
To fight aliens for disrupting cable TV service.
Okay, minus the thing you just said there. For a second, I'm like, oh, that sounds more interesting than what we got.
Right.
Monsters versus like ghosts and ghouls and shit.
Yeah, it's just Scooby-Doo.
I don't know, I feel like, it's just Scooby-Doo. I feel like ghosts and ghouls and goblins are cooler than aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. Maybe it's a personal thing.
I don't know.
What do you think? Like aliens versus ghosts and I don't know. Ghosts and ghouls are cooler.
It could be cool. I mean, like the more variety you have, I feel like the cooler it is.
Yeah, instead of just like a Dwight Tentacle guy.
Right.
Like take fucking Giant Lady and put her in like a haunted mansion instead of just like on the San Francisco Bridge. Mm-hmm. That's way cooler.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I'm a genius, dude. We should write these.
We should totally do it. But yes, in the following years, the film's story diverged away from the original Rex Havoc, with directors Conrad and Rob finally creating the storyline from scratch. Yeah, I mean, just we're like,
so what happened to Rex?
I don't know.
He's like, just in like a black hole.
Yeah, he's like, they're like, see you later. Ed Leonard, who is the CTO of DreamWorks Animation.
That's a thing?
Chief Technical Officer, I assume. Says it took approximately 45.6 million computing hours to make Monsters vs. Aliens. More than 8 times as many as the original Shrek.
I feel like he shouldn't be admitting this. We worked 8 times harder on this than Shrek.
Right.
Don't put that out there.
Yes. And another interesting fact, just for our purposes, because it's easier to understand, is animators used 120 terabytes of data to complete the film, and they used 6 terabytes alone for an explosion scene.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just for one scene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for those who don't know, we have like a Quaywood Gmail account. We have like Google Drive. We have like Google Suite. And we pay for Google Drive storage, and we have 4 terabytes. Mm-hmm. And we have not even come close to using it. They had 6 terabytes for one scene?
Yes.
That's insane.
It's a lot.
We have 4 for all of Quaywood.
It's so much.
What the fuck?
I mean, you have to think about like the renders and the, just everything that goes into making a 3D animated film, but it's still insane.
Why this one?
Right.
Why not put that manpower somewhere else?
Well, I'm sure it was very similar for other films. It just wasn't as like public.
Well, that's true. For some reason, they were really proud of this.
Right. And final thing I had on production, to promote the 3D technology that is used in Monsters vs. Aliens, because if you remember, this is a big 3D film. If not, then that's fine. Yes. DreamWorks ran a 3D trailer before the halftime of the U.S. broadcast of the Super Bowl on February 1st, 2009. Due to the limitations of television technology at the time, color code 3D glasses were distributed at Sobe? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I think it was distributed at these stands at major national grocery stores. The monsters, except Ginormica and Insectosaurus, also appeared in a 3D commercial airing after the trailer.
God.
Bank of America
paid for a Super Bowl trailer and a Super Bowl commercial after the trailer.
Yeah. And Bank of America gave away vouchers that covered the cost of an upgrade to a 3D theatrical viewing for the film for its consumers.
What the hell?
Yeah. So listen, this was 2009. This was the year of Avatar. Or was the year before? When was Avatar? 2009? I think it's 2009.
I think it's 2009.
But yeah, big 3D fans over here. These people knew the future.
Okay, I feel bad because the first scene of the movie, not to jump into plot, but first scene of the movie is a guy hitting like a ping pong ball, and it's launching at the screen. Mm-hmm. And I wrote in my notes, I'm like, was this meant to be 3D?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Sure enough, yeah, the answer is fucking yeah. They really pushed for it.
Right.
Wow. And they paid for a Super Bowl trailer. Why? Why? That's so much money.
It's absolutely insane. But yeah, that's all I had on production. So
that's all?
That's it.
That was a lot.
It was a lot.
That was a lot of like, I think a lot of that production was just like, watch how DreamWorks burnt money. That's all you told me.
Also, yeah, that also makes way more sense of why it was $175 million.
Yeah, no shit. They're doing Super Bowl trailers. Teaming up with Bank of America.
Right. Handing out 3D glasses.
I don't think we've ever had a production notes that's just been like, you want to hear about DreamWorks like putting money on the ground, lighting it on fire, and then like wasting computers' times. Why did they go so hard?
You guys want to burn render times?
Aliens.
Sure.
What the fuck? Out of all the movies, they put everything into this one.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what though? McDonald's, it worked.
Exactly. So we opened the film with Susan and Derek on the morning of their wedding, where they talk about their honeymoon. And Derek says that they're moving their honeymoon from Paris to Fresno because he has an audition to be a news anchor. And after this conversation, we obviously can clearly see that he is arrogant and obsessed with himself and doesn't care about their relationship. And as he goes in to the wedding chapel area, Susan gets hit with a meteor when she walks away.
What's the problem?
No problem there.
Why did you pause? What do you mean?
I don't know if you had any any commentary there.
I have many notes.
Right. As you should.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 on this scene alone.
Oh Jesus.
Like I kept pausing it. I was like, I have to write this shit down.
Yeah.
So I have, was this meant to be 3D? Which turns out, yes.
Yes.
There was a quote in this movie, and it was so good, and I'm like, I have to start using this in my everyday life. Because at one point, I think Paul Rudd just so casually drops, "Holy Cheez-Its."
Paul Rudd
the fuck was that?
Was Derek, who is the husband to Susan, the main character.
Who's Reese Witherspoon.
Correct.
Yeah. I think he says, "Holy Cheez-Its."
That makes sense.
And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's awesome. I didn't know the cast going in. Cast is fucking insane. Again, you're like Rainn Wilson, freaking
Reese Witherspoon.
Girl. I just said her name. Reese Witherspoon, Paul Rudd. Keith Sutherland's in it.
Yeah. Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen's. It's crazy. Will Arnett's in it.
Will Arnett, yeah.
They just keep flashing these names, and now knowing the production, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But watching it like a couple days ago, this kind of like borderline forgotten kids movie, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But now I know DreamWorks was a little too big for their bridges and went a little crazy with this.
They went nuts. Also, Will Arnett,
way too much money.
Very close to being in our Hall of Fame. If you remember, he was in G-Force as a live action character, and
he's in RV.
He was in RV also as a live action character. Here as an animated character. I want to say there's more, but maybe not. But anyways, he's up there. He's in the running. I know there's a few that are at like 3, 4, right around there.
They're close. I have a controversial take.
You hate Will Arnett.
And I want to hear your thoughts on it. No, actually, I
love Will Arnett.
He's the fucking best.
Yeah.
But I love Will Arnett, and I'm sorry for saying this, but in this movie specifically, it should have been Patrick Warburton. Come on, that's our guy. Like, he's made for movies like this.
Yes. Also, in Space Chimps, he plays like a slimy alien, like fish guy. Like he plays the exact character.
So I wouldn't know. I bailed on that movie,
I think he definitely would have been here.
Yes, and like I feel bad saying it, but Will Arnett was great, but I'm like, you're almost too good for a movie like this.
Right. Not to say that Patrick Warburton like isn't.
No, I'm not saying that.
I love him.
This is his bread and butter, man. This
is
what he does.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I was surprised that he wasn't in this movie.
Right?
Like when I started watching it, I was like, I don't know if he's just like not or no, because he's a DreamWorks guy because he was in B-Movie.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
It was very strange. It felt like and especially with the DreamWorks connection, I feel like he would have been cast.
That's the first person you call.
Right.
Especially for Creature. Like, again, I love Warren Knapp, but our greenlit white whale.
It was a very weird decision, but I don't know. It was cool. It was cool because like he's one of those guys where it's like you just recognize his voice instantly. Will Arnett
immediately.
So it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is pretty cool.
That's true. It was when I saw Will Arnett, I got excited because I am a big Will Arnett guy.
Yeah.
But it does, and not in like an insulting way to either of them, but it does almost feel like it was meant for Patrick Warburton. Mm-hmm. And for some reason he couldn't do it, and then Will Arnett was like the second call.
Right.
Which I'm like, if you're gonna use Will Arnett, he's the goddamn first call. Okay. Don't ever make him the second phone call.
I agree.
So I felt bad, but Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Also,
okay.
knowing the budget of this movie, this makes no sense. Speaking of B-Movie, do you remember what the woman of B-Movie looked like?
Yes.
Like the B's love interest?
Yes.
Is that just tall lady before?
The same character design.
It's the same model, right?
Again, I feel like
it looks identical.
If you merged B-Movie and Megamind, you would make Monsters vs. Aliens.
Correct. You would just make this movie would just happen.
Right.
Because I remember like she came on the screen as like the wedding day before she turns super tall and gets like the gray hair. Mm-hmm. She was a brunette at the time. I don't know why I said like she's a real woman. She was a brunette at the time. But it's just the B-Movie mom.
Right. 1,000%.
I'm like, oh, it's like you literally copy and paste like the same thing.
And it like almost sounded like her too. Like I know it was Reese Witherspoon, but I was almost like, oh, this is interesting. But yes, during the was that all of your notes?
Oh, the only one I'm gonna save one for the end of the wedding.
Okay, cool. So during the ceremony,
it was a weird comment.
During the wedding ceremony, she begins to glow, and she grows to be 50 feet tall. And my question was, how did her dress also grow with her?
Well, okay.
I mean, but also like, how did she grow? Like, obviously, that's not the first question you have. It's like, yeah, duh. Why is she growing? Sure, but then my question that I had was like, why is it not like a Hulk situation where her clothes? I mean, it would be awful, but you know, her clothes just like rip off. Just like thinking logistically about it.
Like, this is how I knew I was in for a wild ride because she grows, and then part of her dress starts to rip, but not all of it, obviously. Yeah. Because this is like a kid's animated movie.
And her hair turns white.
But her hair turns white, and I didn't rewind it because I didn't want to confirm it, but I could have sworn at one point, I think like her panties rip.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And they fly in someone's face.
Oh, it's like a gag. Yeah, that might be true.
There's like someone in the audience and they get hit with a piece of clothing.
I don't remember that.
That was like her underwear?
Yeah.
And then like the clothes are ripping, her elbows and shoulders are out. Like a lot of it gets ripped, not all of it, but a good chunk. Mm-hmm. And then later the army shows up and they're like tying her down.
Yeah.
And she's all like strapped up.
Yeah, they tranquilize her.
Yeah, they tranquilize her, but then they literally like tie her up and shit. And I was like, why is this so like kinky?
Oh, yeah.
It's such a weird horny start to this movie.
That and also like all of this happens within like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It is like the quickest, like the pacing of this movie is arguably in like the worst pacing of any movie we've covered on this show. That's so bad. True. Like I felt like I was I felt like I was on a roller coaster and like not in a good way.
No.
Like it wasn't like, oh, it's like a nice little bunny hill and then you go into like a little gliding set. Like no. Like it just felt janky and wild.
Yeah, and there were certain scenes where like it felt like I was almost done with the movie, but we're only like 20 minutes in.
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. But it was such a weird, bizarre, kinky scene. I'm like, why is this in a DreamWorks kids movie? Mm-hmm. And then it gets worse as it goes on. There's more like horny comments throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this movie is horned up, and I don't know why.
1,000%.
But why?
I don't know. Will Arnett.
Yeah, fair enough. It was definitely him.
But yeah, so the military tranquilizes her, and she wakes up in this facility for monsters where she cannot contact the outside world. So she meets the fellow monsters.
Like 2 seconds.
Yeah, right. She meets the fellow monsters, a cockroach scientist, Bob, who is this blob thing, like this blue blob that's basically indestructible, which we'll talk about in a second. A fish creature, which is Will Arnett, a giant bug, and her name, Susan's name, is changed to Ginormica by the government.
Sure.
Because it's kind of like the Zoom effect where they're just like, yeah, you need a name. Just like giant lady.
Even though when they give her a name, they're not planning on sending her out
making
anywhere.
a team. Right.
No, they're just keeping her like
right. They're not going to call her Susan. They're just like, no, it's not cool enough for this facility.
Gargantua. Dude.
Yeah, Gargantua.
Fucking sick. Also, okay, this is really where a lot of my big complaints with this movie start happening.
7 minutes into the movie when the entire thing happens.
Yeah, exactly. Is one, this is such a stupid thing, but once I noticed it, I couldn't stop noticing it. But the sizing and scaling of the actual like creatures is just wildly different every scene.
Oh, yes.
Like there are times where creature from the Black Lagoon, essentially, he's the size of like Susan's head.
Yes.
And the next scene, he's like the size of like her pinky toe. Like they literally have a wide shot and he's like barely bigger than her foot. But we just saw him on her face and he's massive.
Wait, are you talking about the cockroach?
No, creature. Like
the Will Arnett
monster.
Or no.
Will Arnett.
Yeah. Not Bob.
Yeah. Well, all three of them have the same problem.
Yeah, there were scenes that I specifically remember of like they are taller than her. Like they're like 7 feet tall. And then there are other scenes where they are no more than 4 feet tall. Like it's like drastically different. Yeah.
Yeah, every scene it wildly changes. And then you have stuff where like she walks into like the first ever like not testing facility, but there's like the big table and they give her food, and there's a smaller table for like the other guys.
Yeah.
And we see the smaller table is like a couple centimeters big. So at first I'm like, oh, is the cockroach and the lizard guy and Bob really small? But then we saw them talking to her, and I'm like, oh, wait, no, they're really big. And I'm like, wait, why do they even have a giant table in the first place? Like, because the Godzilla, essentially, Insect Godzilla, doesn't ever, like, we don't see him in that room.
We, like, hardly see him at all.
No, because he doesn't speak English, so they can't really do anything with him.
Right.
Besides turn him into a Mothra, essentially. So I'm like, there was just so many times where I'm like, okay, cool idea, having a really tall woman and then a bunch of other small people, and like you could have fun with the scaling and sizing of it, almost like an Ant-Man effect. Like you can get pretty creative with that,
right?
But every scene, it was just like she's either the size of a building or like a tree or like a chair. Like it was drastically different.
Yeah, no matter what, she's big, but it's like it's all relative.
It's how big?
Yeah, it's very funky, and you'd think that like with animation you can decide the scaling of that, and like you have like a book to essentially say like, hey, they are up to her, ankle or up to her knee or any of that, and that will be consistent throughout. And it's like, it's the size of a car or something, and they're like, all right, that's the size. I'm like, stick with that. Like the models are all the same and all this stuff, but then it's just completely different.
Yeah, every scene. But there must have at least been like a discussion of like, okay, how tall a creature? Let's say creature's like 7 feet. I'm just gonna call him Creature because he's just Creature from the Black Lagoon.
He is.
So you have Creature. Let's say he's like 7 feet, and Godzilla Boy is like 300 feet or something ridiculous. You feel like that is such an easy thing to lock in. Like, all right, we know the heights, we know like relatively what they're gonna look like. Here it is. But then every scene, it was almost like, well, we need her to not be that tall,
right?
So she can save the bridge.
I get like flexing it for animation, and like that's it is what it is, but it is hard when it's that noticeable.
I know, it's a thing.
Yeah,
because it's like once I noticed it was so bad. Even like the alien drones. Even robots aren't excluded from the size
that's
problem.
true. Yeah, everything, all the scaling was weird.
Everything varies in size. Humans, aliens,
it's
monsters,
fine.
robots, everything.
Just hand wave it, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's DreamWorks, whatever.
So, yeah.
3D!
On a faraway ship, an alien named Galaxar tracks the meteor known as Quantonium and sends a giant robot to Earth to retrieve it. And it lands at the president... It lands and the President of the United States attempts to befriend it by playing the same notes as in Close Encounters, and then plays the same song from Space Chimps, which is Axel F, if you don't know.
That's what was going on.
Yeah.
Because he just starts playing piano. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Why is he just playing piano?
He did the and then he did the like and he's like trying to like, you know, it was like a little riff on alien movies.
They're trying to
justify it. I don't know. I feel like that was their thinking of like, oh, this will be like a funny little reference for those adults that get the like contacting alien reference. But yeah, then the robot immediately starts to move to look for the Quantonium, and the president takes this as it fighting back. So
also, okay.
Yes.
I have questions.
Yes, of course.
And this is always how this show goes. You go through plot, and I have to stop you because I'm like, wait, none of this makes sense.
Well, it usually doesn't.
Well, true. And I feel bad because I know they're kids' movies, but at the same time, we've covered good kids' movies.
Yeah.
So I know sometimes, like, these can work, and there aren't all these weird logical gaps, and it doesn't make sense. So a part of me feels bad for always being like, what the hell? How does this make any sense? But at the same time, I'm like, no, you could have been better about this. You could have made this more creative, make this a more like fun world to live in for a kid. So, 2 things. 1, the monsters that are in the Black Site facility. There's a throwaway line that they were locked in there since the 1950s. But that's not that long ago.
Right.
Like, there were videos and pictures around that time. So, how is it they locked these guys away, convinced the world monsters never exist, and that worked? There's, like, no pictures or anything?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Sure.
Yeah, like that was post-World War II.
Yeah.
Like, there might be people alive that were like, yeah, I saw fucking Godzilla when I was, like, 7.
Right. And then, well, yeah, I guess, like, okay, again, trying to, like, defend the logic of this movie, the poor logic. Please. But it's like, let's say you were sitting at your couch with, like, your dad or your grandparents or whatever, and you flip on the TV, and you're like, oh shit, like Godzilla. That's crazy. Yeah. And then like grandma or dad or whoever was around then was like, I saw that back in my day. This is crazy. And they like start like freaking out. And you're like, no, you didn't. I at least I would be like, no, you didn't. What are you talking about?
But what if there's probably multiple pictures?
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's the 50s. Like, it's not that long ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So what if it's like, okay, if your grandpa was like, yeah, I saw one of those, you'd be like, you're an old man, fuck you. Your brain
showed you a picture.
Yeah, then he's like, here's 80 pictures I took of me and Godzilla. What would you do then?
I'd jump out the window.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I would too.
I'd roll and then just run away.
Never seen again.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Godzilla is attacking our city. I would get the hell out of there.
No, he turns into a big moth. He's awesome.
I mean, there's a giant robot that's...
Well, there's that.
I will destroy everything.
That has like fucking the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, I have 2 other big things with this movie.
Okay.
And I would say it's probably my 2 biggest complaints. Even though I think I just said that like 10 minutes ago.
Right.
Scratch that.
Not uncommon.
This is real. Yeah, these are my real ones, I promise. But there are 2 things. 1, things seemingly happen at random in this movie. Just for the joke.
Right.
And in the moment, some of them, I'll be honest, even in the moment gave me like a chuckle. But then I thought about it for like a minute and I'm like, wait.
Of like what? The logic of what's going on?
Yeah, like what the fuck was that? So it's almost like they're taking away from their own like universe for sake of like that little chuckle.
Yeah.
But by doing that, you're almost ruining the fun. Like it's a movie called Monsters vs. Aliens. Like, this should be so creative and so cool. This should be a world you want to live in.
And also like actual battle.
Well, that too.
Yeah, there's hardly any actual like you're setting it up as like a 1v1 like brawl, and there's no real brawl.
No.
Like there kind of is. There's like some fleeting scenes, but
there's also there's like a military fight.
Yeah.
Where, like the army fights the robot
with like
and you're like, why
genuine
don't you want to see
artillery. Like,
yeah, it was super weird.
Jesus.
So you have all these like little jokes that like some of them can be funny, but they almost undercut it. It's like a lot of people have that same criticism with like some of the Marvel movies, where sometimes the joke can undercut what's actually happening in the scene.
Right.
it kind of is the same effect here. Even though this is tailored towards a younger audience, it still takes away from like how cool this movie should be for monsters versus aliens. Like you have like there's a couple scenes when we'll get to them, I'll point them out. And the other one, speaking of how like much missed potential this movie is all the monsters themselves are so lame. they're just like parodies.
Yes.
That's it. I wrote them down because I was blown away. You had the big insect monster, who, as we already said, it's just Godzilla, and then he turns into Mothra. So you're like, okay, that's just a parody of Godzilla. And then Will Arnett is just a parody of Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right.
You have Bob, who's just a parody of the Blob that ate everything. You have the giant woman. That's just straight up a movie.
Right.
The giant woman, that's a thing. And then you have a bug doctor who's just like mad scientist man. That's it.
Yeah.
Like monsters and creatures are so much fun to create and like expand the lore of. Like that should be the coolest part of this movie.
Yeah.
And it's the lamest.
Yeah. And I'm curious if there were like any rights issues that they ran into or like what they can actually do with certain characters. But it is interesting that they went the way of like parody because then they could get away with it.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Exactly.
That from a filmmaking perspective makes sense. But then from an audience perspective, you're like, well, it kind of sucks. Like you're doing the characters that I know just like not as good.
Yeah, it's just like a crappy like Bobo brand version of monsters I know and love.
Right.
But like with monsters, there's just endless potential of stuff you can come up with, and it's such a shame. Because a team of like cool, intricate, creative monsters would be sick.
Oh, 100%.
Like I would so be in.
Okay, great. Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it. This is like a producer question for you.
Yeah.
Because it's like a rights thing. I'm not sure what was going on. Because Will Arnett is essentially just Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Correct. Like there's
almost no
as like the human Will Arnett is basically
Will Arnett looks like him, smells like him. He's the worst. Then the character he plays in this movie is just Creature.
Right.
But they never reference Creature.
Right.
But in the movie, they reference the Mummy and the Wolfman.
Yes.
And they say Invisible Man used to be at the facility and now he's dead.
Yes.
Now, this could either mean two things. One, the Universal Monster movies do not exist, and these are real monsters in this world. Or the Universal Monster movies do exist, and they just are like, hey, we want a mummy type person, a Wolfman type person, and they call him Invisible Man because he just is an invisible guy, and there's a movie called The Invisible Man.
Right.
Either way you go, why do they never say Creature or Creature from the Black Lagoon or ever mention it?
I don't know.
Like, is he Creature or no?
I'm not exactly sure, but the interesting thing from a rights perspective is like, are they using text that is then in the public domain technically? Like they're not referencing the film characters per se because they're just saying the name and not like depicting the character. And I wonder if that's why they can't do Creature, because if they have a character that vaguely resembles Creature and they call him Creature, then it becomes an issue of like, oh, you're representing the character.
Like the character specifically.
Right, rather than just like mentioning it, because it could be mentioning it from a book that's in the public domain from like, 200 years ago.
True.
Or something like that.
I know like The Invisible Man, I think it's H.G. Wells, I think.
Something like that.
That was based off a book. I don't know about Mummy or Wolfman. And they never say Dracula or Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So I was looking for them. But now I was all like, how is this working?
Right.
But I do think Creature is an original Universal IP from like the 40s. So he wouldn't be in the public domain yet because he still isn't.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know if Mummy or Wolfman are in the public domain or Invisible Man for that
I
fact.
have
I don't know when the
no
book came
idea.
out. So, okay, if we had to put money on it, do you think the movies exist in this universe? And two, is Will Arnett Creature from the Black Lagoon? He just has an actual name that he goes by.
I think that the movies exist in the world. But I think that Creature from the Black Lagoon is a different entity in this universe. Yes. Because I think
his movie doesn't exist?
Right. But he exists somewhere in the waters. They just like haven't found him yet.
Okay. So, follow up. If the movies exist, and let's pretend that they came out the same time that the actual ones came out, So you're looking at late 20s, 30s, 40s, right? We know in this universe that the real monsters were locked away in the 50s.
Right.
So not only would there be photos of them, you have all these movies of probably real, genuine monsters filmed and made and put in theaters.
Yeah.
So how the fuck does the world not think monsters exist?
Because they're all stupid.
They're all just stupid as fuck.
They're stupid as hell. I don't know.
That's the only explanation.
I don't want to think about this movie anymore.
Just, dude, the second he said, yeah, we used to have an invisible man, my brain just like exploded. I'm like, how does this work?
Right.
Like, why even put it in? It's so confusing.
Yeah. No, it is confusing, and I'm glad that you bring up the questions because it's the whole point of the show is to break down these movies. But for some reason, this movie, I'm just like, I don't even give a shit enough to try and logic my way out of this.
But I swear, I was watching the movie and they reference Wolfman and Mummy first. I remember it, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, but sure, maybe the movies exist and like we want a Wolfman type monster,
right?
Because it's a fictional movie,
right?
And then they say we had an Invisible Man in this place, in this like black site. I swear to God, you could see like steam coming out of my ears trying to make sense of this world. Because I'm like, what the fuck? How? How is Invisible Man real?
Yeah.
Or is it just like, oh.
I just let it glide right over my head and I carried on. And similarly, as we carry on.
I probably should.
So the head of the military convinces the president to release the monsters to stop the robot. And Susan tries to find a way out. And only the general grants her freedom as long as they defeat this robot. So they land in San Francisco and they try and fight off this robot. And Susan runs away. She's like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Oh yeah, she just bails.
Yeah. So the robot tracks Susan because she has the quantonium inside of her. That was the meteor that hit her. And it chases her through the city while the rest of the monsters come up with a plan. And the robot destroys the Golden Gate Bridge.
Godzilla.
Just destroys it. This icon.
It's just Godzilla.
Even after Insectosaurus shows up and helps. But ultimately, the monsters take it down.
Also.
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
This is so off topic.
You're fine.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Because I'm still trying to make sense of this universe.
Okay.
Even though I think it's impossible at this point.
Right.
But I'm really going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say, no, there's an answer somewhere in this movie.
Okay.
We just have to find it.
Okay.
So, we know that they were locked up in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pretend the movies don't exist for a second. Universal monster movies don't exist.
Aww.
Sorry, Doc. I know. I love them too, but they're gone. So, there was also like a flashback scene. It wasn't a flashback scene. It was an old recording of Dr. Mantz.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever his name is.
Yes, the cockroach guy.
Cockroach guy. And the video was taken in 62. I think they said this was taken in 1962.
Okay.
But the footage looks like it's from like fucking 1910.
Yes.
Like,
it's like Charlie Chaplin showed up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it looks ridiculous. I think you have a bunch of kids. 1962 seems like fucking ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
So they just made it look really old.
Right.
Even though that's not what that would look like. So maybe, how about this? Hear me out. In this universe, maybe tech is really outdated.
Yeah.
So in 62, maybe video cameras were that new that they still looked like the fucking, like the Great Train Robbery.
Right.
And because of that, when the monsters were locked up in the 50s, cameras and video cameras maybe didn't exist yet. Now, this calls a lot into question. Like, did World War II happen?
Right.
Did World War I happen? I have many questions.
Again, I'm at the point where I'm like, even if that logic is real and like it makes more sense in your brain, I'm like, I don't care at all.
No, I need to figure it out. Because it just blows my mind.
Monsters versus aliens,
what
man.
The fuck? No, exactly. This was supposed to be DreamWorks.
Yeah,
child.
you're right. It could have been cool. Like if they did like multiple of these, it could have been really cool.
Yeah,
it's like almost like Incredibles. Like it could be.
Yeah, this should have been
huge.
Really cool. So I'm like, okay, if they put all this time and fucking money into it, they burned money in front of us.
$175 million. You know what we could do with $175 million?
So many Greenlits.
better production value greenlit. We'll put $30 into each episode and then just do the math, and that's how many more episodes we'll do.
You're gonna love them.
We'll do them until we're dead.
But if this was meant to be like, listen, we have Shrek, we have Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, but this is like our flagship movie. Mm-hmm. There's no way all this just doesn't make sense.
Right.
They must have thought it through. Right? They must have. Someone has to have the answers.
Someone must have answers, and I think we should go back to the directing team and the producing team and everyone on board and be like, hey, did the Invisible Man movie exist? And did World War II happen in this universe?
Could you imagine? We get the writer, instead of being like, how'd you come up with this idea? Yeah. Like, tell us about it.
Was Hitler real?
So, was Hitler around? Were there videos of it?
Was he videotaping his speeches?
And was there a creature from the Black Lagoon? I need to know.
He's like, what the fuck?
He's like, I don't fucking know. Who gives a shit? What if, dude, if we get the writer, and I swear to God, if we ask him these questions, and he's like, dude, it's monsters versus aliens, I'm going to scream.
I'm going to be so happy.
I know you are. I'm the only one. I'm like trying to defend it, but I can't.
But you know what? Like, the more I've been thinking about like personal projects and like the future of our like films together, mm-hmm. Yeah, like, and the more we do these Greenlit episodes, the more I'm like, hey, there are so many movies that make money and that people adore that just have like blaring plot holes and like things that just don't make sense in the universe that is created. So when I'm like sitting here and I'm like overthinking the world building of whatever thing I'm trying to do, I'm like, hey, monsters versus aliens, man, it's fine.
No,
that's definitely a bad lesson to take away from these movies. But I think also, it gives me a lot more hope of like, hey, if I'm doing the legwork of like really fleshing out these universes, people will appreciate that. And like,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, and like people will fall in love with it. And if it makes sense to the majority of people, it will be great. because even if it doesn't make sense, they still make money and people still love them, and McDonald's still partners with them, and they partner with Bank of America, and you watch a 3D ad in your friend's basement on their HD TV.
But listen, to give you the best example ever, I don't even remember if I've seen this movie.
Right.
And this came out at the peak time of childhood.
Yes.
And the reason I can sit here and confidently say monsters can be so much fun and so creative and like capture so much imagination is around the same time as this. I was huge into Godzilla. Mm-hmm. Like all the original Japanese Godzilla movies, because they're all original funky ass monsters. Those are so much fun. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite shows ever was Ben 10.
Oh my God.
Right, because he had the Omnitrix and it was 10 cool, creative monsters that all had names and backstories. And it was like an actual world to it.
Not that I forgot about Ben 10, but like I'm so glad that you brought it up.
I was obsessed.
Fucking loved Ben 10. I wish... Can we just do like a Ben 10 episode?
Oh, of course we're going to do a Ben 10 episode.
Can we just do its own like Ben 10 spin-off podcast? Like Ben 10 rewatch?
Ben 10 rewatch. It's just the two of us. Just like this show.
Welcome back to the Omnitrix podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Ben 10.
Whoa. Dude, I would listen to the Omnitrix podcast.
Hell yeah.
That's something you bring up on a first date. I have a Ben 10 rewatch podcast.
Yeah. It's called the Omnitrix.
Now, do you want to tell me like your biggest thing of trauma? The Wall Street Journal says you should.
It's question 28.
My point is, the same age as this, I was into monsters.
Yeah, there were other
creative
cooler monster things.
Yes. And if this was just more thought out and actually had cool original creative stuff in it and the world felt like genuinely intricate, I feel like this would have stuck way more than it did.
Yeah, 100%.
Where I just think of like McDonald's toys.
Right.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Galaxar sets a course to Earth to retrieve the Quantonium himself, while Susan is now free and reunites with her family. And as this happens, Derek ends things with Susan because of her new powers, and he's a selfish asshole, and she embraces her new powers and friends just before she is tractor beamed up into Galaxar's ship, and Insectosaurus is shot and seemingly killed.
No. My favorite of the team.
Yeah, Godzilla. So Galaxar uses the extracted quantonium to clone himself and launch a full-scale invasion of Earth. And before he does, he tells the people of Earth that they won't live to see another day. And the ones that do will be enslaved. Also,
wait a minute.
Susan is now normal size.
Oh, yeah. They shrink her down.
Yeah.
And actually, I thought they would extract the thing from her and it'll kill her, but she's just fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fair enough. I just realized my theory doesn't work.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm not letting go of this theory.
Okay.
I'm sure this is so infuriating for people listening, but shut the fuck up about this theory. Who cares?
No, it's not the people listening. It's your co-host. No.
all right.
Just joking. Go, hit me with it.
So, okay, remember my most recent theory was maybe tech is really behind because you have footage from 1962 that looks like it was shot in like 1890. Correct. So that theory, I was like, oh, maybe that could work because then movies probably wouldn't even exist. So there goes your Mummy and Wolfman, whatever. But we know that Paul Rudd plays a news anchor.
Yes.
And we see footage of him with a green screen and video cameras and lighting equipment, everything. So it's either from 1960s to when did this movie come out?
2009.
To 2009. Technology upgraded really quickly. Or we're back to the original problem, which is the most likely one, that this movie makes no sense.
No, I think technology just went quick. It upgraded quickly.
There was nothing until like 62, and they're like, let's fucking go!
Yeah,
they just went ape shit.
No, they did like 16 millimeter cameras, and then the next year it was like green screens and red cameras.
It's like 6K cinema cameras.
They like skipped they skipped a lot. So back to that original thing, like when you're sitting with Grandpa, and he's like, I saw. So it's like he doesn't have like Polaroids of these aliens. He has like 6K. Like well documented VFX.
It's just beautiful like movie quality level
this
footage.
Stunning footage of Godzilla.
Yeah, of him and Godzilla.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
He's just making vlogs in like the 60s and shit. Okay, that would be a cool world.
Exactly.
Tech just wasn't a thing until 1962. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it just blew the fuck up.
Okay. So, moving on. The monster team gears up for a final battle and infiltrates Galaxar's ship. Now, Bob's half-baked plan of disguising themselves as the clones of Galaxar works, and they try to get to the main power source, but are discovered as our heroes, the monsters.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's hear it.
I can't help it. They're clones of Rainn Wilson, right? But they don't act anything like him, and they're really dumb.
Yes.
Like, they see a creature in, like, a white button-up shirt, and they're like, that's us.
One of us.
That's one of us.
Yeah, they're stupid.
And they also say, like, Hail Galaxar, whatever his name is. Hail Dwight. So, are they clones? No.
They're, like, offspring.
Just physically. Yeah, like, they look like him physically, but they just don't have, like, the brain?
Yeah, I feel like it's, like, one big brain that got split between all these millions of... The more there are, the dumber they are.
I guess.
I don't know.
He's like, oh, I'm making clones. I'm like, oh, well, if you're making clones... Like, okay, I want to go back to World War II for a second. Let's say you have...
Okay, see you later. I'm sorry.
Bye. We're going to cut all of this. Let's say you have Adolf, and he wants to, like, take over Adolf.
Tell me more about him.
German accent over it.
I want to know more about him.
Let me tell you. No, so you have this crazed lunatic, and he's like, I want to take over the world, right?
Yes.
If you clone him, aren't you theoretically making clones that will also be just as crazy and want to take over the world?
Unless there's like a specific formula that he uses to like manipulate the clones to be like, all right, it's going to be me in body just to like do the actions that I want to do, but then like the driving force of it will be me. Like no one's gonna overtake me as the leader.
Yeah. Because when he was first making clones, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. Yeah. They're all going to want to run the planet. Right. But you're right. You could do it where you're making a clone and be like, well,
it's my agenda.
Yeah, it's my agenda. You all worship me, even though you are me.
That's why they say Hail Galaxar.
Yeah, because that's just basically saying like Hail myself.
Right. But no, the one true king.
We're back to Lord of the Rings, baby. Return of the King.
Exactly.
I think also, okay, in defense of this movie, I feel like I'm being so harsh on this movie because Lord of the Rings was just back in theaters, 25th anniversary. So me and Nicole just watched all three in like one weekend, and it was awesome.
In theaters.
It was like over 9 hours. In theaters.
It's awesome.
It was great. It was extended editions. It was so cool. So to go from like this very intricate world, like a map and all this history and lore, then to this, I'm like, what? But where's Sauron? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you want the cool
like
moments of those movies. Yeah, exactly.
Where like everything is
you
really
can't watch Lord of the Rings and then watch freaking Monsters. There's...
I didn't put it back in theaters.
Yeah, you're right.
I couldn't help it.
You know who did though? Quaywood Productions. Go to quaywoodproductions.com.
Hell yeah, we did. quaywoodproductions.com.
We're doing things. But yeah, so...
technically.
Yeah.
It's an accurate description of what we're doing. We're doing things.
We are. So moving on to get to the end of our beautiful, beautiful plot here. Our cockroach scientist figures out how to break the security, and Galaxar gets to his escape pod as he prepares for the ship to self-destruct. Susan makes it through, but the monsters are trapped in the ship, and Susan fights Galaxar by herself and finally defeats him by destroying the quantonium ball he has, grows large again, and saves her friends. The general saves the team from the ship on Insectosaurus, who is now a butterfly. Again, Mothra. The ship explodes with Galaxar on it, and the monsters are celebrated. And Susan's parents accept her. And Derek wants to interview Susan to get a new job, but instead she flicks him into the air. Thankfully, Bob saves him before he literally dies. So they're informed that Escargantua, funny play on words, is slowly heading towards Paris. So they head off to their next adventure, and all is well in the world. And that is Monsters vs. Aliens. So going into final thoughts. No, not final thoughts yet?
Not all is well in the world. Hang on a minute.
What happens?
What's the movie called?
Monsters vs. Aliens.
And where are they going at the end to fight?
Paris.
Who are they fighting?
Escargantuan.
Which is a...
Escargantua. Escargot.
Fuck, I was trying to set it up. I failed horribly. It's a monster.
Nazi. Oh.
No, it's not, definitely not a Nazi. Well, in this universe, who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of World War II. But it's monsters versus aliens.
And I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, why are they going to go kill another monster?
Yeah, now it's... Why isn't they're just taking over the world.
Yeah, they're just killing just to kill.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
I said all is well in the world, and all is well in the world.
No, I know it's our ending thing. It doesn't work.
Okay, fine. Hash it out.
Wait. Do the ending, but say all is not well.
All is not well in the world.
Please.
And that's Monsters vs. Aliens.
You've done it 60 episodes.
And that's Monsters vs. Aliens.
And that's Monsters
vs. Aliens. So final thoughts. All's not well in the world. It's the only episode where nothing is well in the world. Because World War II is still happening in this world.
I think the movie ends with it starting.
Yes.
That's my theory.
Okay, final thoughts. Let's hear them.
That's fine. I loved it.
Fair.
No. For how much I'm dogging on it for world building purposes, it's so like, okay, it's a very Greenlit-esque movie.
It's the most
Greenlit-esque it's not the worst thing movie I've seen. Yeah, but it's definitely a movie from the early 2000s that we watched.
It's not atrocious,
and it doesn't really hold up.
It's not atrocious. Exactly. It's not good.
Nope.
It's fine. Yeah, I think
Greenlit.
there were some fun action moments. I think there were a few funny jokes. It mostly fell flat for me. I really didn't care about any of the characters, even though you have it's an ensemble film, and I didn't care about any of them, including Susan, the main character. And you have the Derek arc, but that's to mostly care about Susan. It didn't really land with me all that well, and the pacing was way too fast. Like it got into it way
insane.
too quickly. Like there was not enough setup, there was not enough explanation, not enough time with the characters before the fighting to be like, hey, I actually give a shit about any of these guys.
Yeah, honestly, it just launches you in. And then again, as an adult, you're like, none of this makes sense. What the hell's going on? And even, I gotta be honest, even as a kid, obviously I can't pretend that like me as like a 7-year-old or 8, whatever, would watch this and pick up on none of this makes sense and like why it doesn't make sense. But I feel like even subconsciously, you would know like, oh, something feels wrong here. Exactly. Like this movie isn't landing with me. I just don't know why. Because it didn't. We both watched it, and we don't have a lot of memories of it besides toys. Like this, you know what I mean? This has like doesn't really have a big impact on anyone. It seems like culturally, I'm sure there's a couple people out there. It's like it's my favorite fucking movie as a kid, but in terms of like big pop culture, early 2000s stuff, this really didn't make a lot of waves. But man, it could have. That's the most frustrating part.
And I wish it did.
Such a cool idea.
But one final thought.
We'll do it.
On Monsters vs. Aliens. I can't believe this got greenlit. That kind of worked on my end too. Maybe it worked.
Nice.
Thank you all for listening. This has been a wonderful episode talking about one of my favorite movies of all time. Just kidding. Monsters vs. Aliens, very, very mid movie. But yes, thank you all for listening. If you want more from us, check out Quaywood Productions on almost all social medias. Go to quaywoodproductions.com for all of our latest. And tune in next week for a little film from a giant franchise, but a film I'm very curious to talk about because I feel like no one I've ever met has ever seen this movie. Looney Tunes back in action. Very interesting choice there. So we will talk to you then. Bye.
Wait.
No, the episode's ended. It's over. You didn't get a chance. No, I edit this show. It's over.
I have a theory. No, I don't have a theory. I made a promise that I would do something in the last episode.
Oh, it's finally coming up. I forgot that you even said this before we recorded.
I know. And I saved it. For fans of this show, they're probably wondering where it is when it's coming. I remembered, and I'm saving it as a little end credit scene to the episode.
Okay.
You know what you should cut after you say bye, and we'll put this after the theme song.
But people stop listening.
Oh, for sure. No one's gonna hear this, but little end credits.
End credits.
In Percy Jackson. Or wait, no. What was our last episode?
Night at the Museum.
Night at the Living Museum. And Night at the Museum. We were talking about Lord Voldemort.
Oh.
And how he came up with his name.
Yes, Ren Rockin.
Yes, Red Rockin and my shitty one. And how he just took the letters of Tom Riddle and made Lord Voldemort. And we were joking around, like, how long do you think it took him to come up with the name
Jesus
Voldemort?
Christ. Okay.
And I said, next episode, I'm going to take the letters of Matthew Chase Pelton and make a cool new name.
Oh, this is why you needed your little AI buddy.
Maybe. I'm not that creative.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I originally myself came up with 4 names. Okay. No AI assistance used whatsoever. And from here on out, we have to choose one right now, me and you, of the 4. And for the rest of the show, you cannot call me Matthew or Pelton.
Okay, the rest of the show. The episode's over, just so you're aware.
No, I mean the rest of Greenlit.
Oh, okay. I was like,
for the history of Greenlit.
End credits.
Yeah, it has to be one of these 4, okay? Using my letters. This is my Lord Voldemort name. We either... Let me get my notepad here. Sorry, I'm very professional now. Number 1, in no order. Watchman Telepath.
Okay,
didn't really seem to like that one. Okay, moving on. Number 2, the Calm Watch Peen.
I hate that one.
That's the best.
I personally hate that one.
The Calm Watch Peen. Look out, the Calm Watch Peen.
You couldn't even get it out. I can't.
I couldn't. Okay, you ready? That's currently the winner.
No,
Number
it's
3.
Not. I have to call you this
Number
name.
3.
That's not how this works.
Exactly, you're going to love it. Phantom Wet Leech.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. Phantom Wet Leech. Great. He's gonna call me a leech all the time. I'm gonna love that. And number 4, just in case. Number 4, the last one. My Lord Voldemort name. Temple watch name.
That one's no. I like Phantom Watch. Or wait, Wet Leech. Phantom Wet Leech.
Don't worry, I'll change my contact
Phantom
name
Wet Leech and Renra Kin. That's a sick dynamic duo.
Dude, I would watch that show. With those two as the co-hosts, are you kidding me? That's awesome. So if you could please refer to me as Phantom Wet Leech and Renra Kin, the 2 new co-hosts of I Can't Believe It's Got Greenlit. And with that, Phantom and Renra are signing off.
Bye.
This has been a Quaywood audio production.